Hello, Diane. Francesco, Javier, hello. CP, hello. Sima, hello. Hello, Carrie. Serena, hello. How are you? Hello, Helen. How are you? Mr. Willett, how are you? McClintosh, how are you doing? I've been asked by Miss Diane. She had a painting that she did. It was very nice, and she was interested on how I would do my take on it. So I decided this early afternoon to do just that. Um, there's a few things I wanted to show you before I get started. Hey, Christine. Hello, Manjoy. How are you? Welcome. If there's some others that I did not call your name, that's because I didn't see it when the scroll was coming up. Okay. Hey, Shirley, what's going on? So, let me show you this. Over here, well, obviously, I got what's called the horizon line because her painting involves some perspective. So, here's the horizon line right here. Okay, I just put on some extra darker tape. It's all masking tape. This is 18 by 22 stretch canvas. All right. Now, see this rubber band? I took a thick rubber band and I put a tack in it. That's going to represent the vanishing point. It's only one point perspective when I put the dock in. And with this rubber band, you can just take it and stretch it, and you can get your, see, no matter where you go, it always goes to a horizon line, to the vanishing point, like so. See that, guys? See how easy that is? You can take another rubber band on the other side, and if you want to do 2 point perspective, you just stretch it anywhere on there, do your little pencil lines and whatnot, and that's how you do it, just like so. Pretty neat, right? Just make sure the rubber band's kind of straight, and you put it up against the thing, do your little pencil marks, and that's how you do it. Okay, but that's why this disturbing looking pink band was here, and I'm gonna take the tack off because I really don't need it anymore. All right, so I figured that was an interesting little tip for those of you who can't quite understand perspective. How you doing, Brian, Wendy, Cheryl, Jasmine? Welcome. So that's what I'm doing here, or what I did. Now, I cheated. I took a permanent marker and I did the dock. Um, then I taped it up. Now, one half of this painting is going to be in black and white. The other half of this painting is with color. All right. And when I seen her painting, I thought that was kind of interesting, kind of unique. Like I said, I'm gonna do my rendition of her painting using um, my techniques. All right. She really did the beachfront well, um, with the sand and the different shading and variations of the sand and such. I'm not going to add as much as she did with the docks, with the ladders and all that. She do have a couple birds in there. I think she has a chair or two in there also. But I just did the docks. Um, and I did yeah, I just did the pier here, the dock. Okay, it must be a low tide too, because obviously during high tide, all the wood underneath would be underwater. So it's got to be low tide. All right, so let's get some stuff underway. What I am going to do first and foremost, is establish, while my mind's thinking on it right now, is the shadow. The bottom half is black and white. Hey Jeff, what's going on, man? Okay, so what I'm going to do is oh, while you're looking at the lower left hand of your screen here, I used glycerin and soft white paint. I made like my version of liquid white, but for acrylic, because I paint with acrylic paint. All right, and this is regular black and white craft paint, same brand and everything. It's just water here. I'm gonna establish the shadow for the pier here. Um, she has her highlight. Um, She has her highlight in the center. Okay, so I guess I'll just do the shadow of the dog in the center, but I'm gonna bring it out, and it'll be spread out like that, and it will be the darkest shadow. Okay, so I'm gonna go along that line for them, for each one of them. Okay, each one has its own, and you gotta kind of correspond the angles to these guys. All right, this one's a little thinner, coming down, coming on kind of that way, and I'm gonna just fill it in with just dark, just black. And while I'm doing this, all right, I'll let it fully dry because I'll be messing with the clouds and such up there after I do this. Now I could have cheated, just did this, but then you won't learn much of nothing doing that, will it? And like I say, I'm just establishing kind of um, need a little more black. Just establishing a little horizon or little vanishing point to these guys. Let's bring this one out a little bit that way. Then you got other ones down there going in different directions where you can't really see them. Like the post here, you got a post over there. Okay, you got this post, that one, that one, that one, that one. Now you also have the shadow of the platforms themselves. Okay, which is the ground would be here. Okay, the ground would be here, and it would kind of go like kind of that way for one. The other one, this bigger one, obviously would be, oh, let's bring it right about here, right about that way. And we'll expand it right about mm, something like that. Going in the same direction there. So we'll establish all of this right now. So a lot of this you won't see because of the shadow of this thing. We'll straighten this one out here, give it more of an angle. So all this, even though I did the period, it looks like I just wasted my time, but you got to kind of draw things through. Downward, 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 downward. Actually, since it is that way, I have to angle this one a little more this way. As long as you get the perspective right, I'm eyeballing it, but as I'm looking at it, it's got to be there, done a certain way, so it would look like that. A little bit higher here, and it goes right on off the paper. So actually, it'd be a lot like that. And we'll just let this dry. I'll come back to everything else a little bit later. But this is going to be the darkest dark anyway, besides the land up here. But I can't really do all the land because I got to take the tape off for that. Okay. So, even though I did eyeball it, but everything's still in perspective going towards where the red um, rubber band would be. Hello, Karen. How are you, Miss Southern? Charles, how you doing? Hello, Peg. How are you? Hey, Bruce. Francesca Lavocchio. Nice name. Hello, Arbor. Welcome. Tabitha, hello. Janice, hello. Sure, Diane. As a matter of fact, your your painting, as a matter of fact, is right here. There it is, right here on my phone, right there. I'm doing the top part, so we're gonna concentrate over here on the top. So I'm gonna zoom this part in a little bit, since we're gonna concentrate on the sky and whatnot. So I'll bring it up that close, and so that the smaller camera's not in the way. I'll back it up a little bit. That should be enough for you guys right there. Yep, you guys are all right. All right. Okay. So I'll cover up my I really won't need this yet. Well, actually I will for a second here. But before I do anything, let's now let me tell you something about this glycerin. Okay, the glycerin and white mix. You only need a thin amount, very thin. If you feel that if you guys are doing this method, if you feel you put too much on, hello, Harvey, managing, managing, hello. If you feel you're doing too much, all right, then you're putting on too much. Then you would just wipe some off with a paper towel. But you only need a thin amount because you really just want the paint to move around. Okay, and so a thin amount really is all you need. Don't put too much of this stuff on because it will take a few days for it if you put too much of it on. And it's too concentrated with the glycerin. It might take a few days for it to dry. Just depending. It depends on the temperature of your room where you do your painting. A lot of factors come into play because glycerin is more. It becomes more watery once the air touches it. Okay. And what I got on here is fine. I'm just rubbing it into the canvas right now. And you do the Bob Ross fingerprint test. You do the same thing with this stuff too. And you see, I just put a very, very little on. I'm just rubbing it deeply into the canvas. Okay. And then the paint. See that? See the prints? All right. So you're good. It shouldn't be running and drippy and all of that. You don't need that in your life. Trust me. You really don't. I'm going to, here on the bottom, the very bottom here, I'm going to mix in some gray very lightly. Get some black. She has light gray down on the bottom. So I'm making some extremely light gray. Plenty of white. This is the craft paint white I'm using right now. So she has a thin layer of gray right around in here, like that. Something like so. That's all I need. That little bit will do. I'm just rinsing off the brush. I got a little beater rack down here. That's what you'll be hearing in a second. And I'm missing a rag. So hold on, I got a bunch of them right here. Just pick up one real fast. Okay. I buy a series of cheap rags and I go through them quite quickly. Alright, we'll put this brush down. Let's remove this. I don't need it right now. I'll put it right here. Okay. Let me get my blending brush. Remember, this is all kind of slick and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly, in a circular motion, I'm going to roll this gray. Once I'm getting rid of the streak marks, so it's a kind of a dual thing. And I'm going to gently roll this light gray into that white. Large circular strokes. Just like that. And after that, I will wipe back and forth. Just like this. Now, you're not going to really see much of a difference of anything because you're looking at a white background. Okay? But it is there. But you're gonna really see it in a second when I put the other colors in. This gray is light enough, just like that. Just nice film of gray and a good transition between the white and the gray. The harder you rub it, the more it blends in. Just like that. Alright. Now I can't really do anything else with that gray until I remove the tape. Alright. And actually, now that I think about it, that gray technically should be a little bit higher. Now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm gonna dip. Where's my brush? I gotta do a correction here. It's gotta be a little higher. And there's a reason for it. I'm just dipping into my white and black again. I'm getting more white than black. I gotta get it just as light. So I'm adding a lot of craft paint here to it. It has to be a touch higher. This is a little darker. It's gotta be a little higher. That's all. Just a little higher. There. What happened is that the double tape kind of threw me off for a second. Okay, we're gonna mix that in. Same thing. Smooth it out. Bring it up a little more. There. And I'm actually blending this extremely lightly on on the brush here. It's only a few of the bristles that are actually touching this. Okay, in just a circular motion. Remember, it's going to mix in with the glycerin, and it's mixing in with the white that's in the glycerin. So it'll lighten it up anyway. The further I go, the lighter. The further I go up, the lighter it's going to get. And with gray is such a forgiving color. Okay, it's very mixable with other colors because it's a neutral color, gray. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, that's fine. Now I can take that. I'm just wiping off my soft brush here and just blend it on in very softly. I just needed to make it taller, and I'm not worried about any other color damaging or diluting the gray, because gray is a neutral color, so it will accept any other color. Any color, gray will accept it. So, and it'll blend well, nicely with it, which is why it's called a neutral color. And I'm just fading it and blending it a little bit, getting some interesting blend shapes there. Okay, that'll be enough of that. Spread some of that around there. Alright. Edward, Varsha, Hyder, Troy, Campus Art School, Gene, Godbrother, Harriet, Sinjip, hello. Harvey, hello everybody. That popped in there. Okay, now that I have that established, we're going to have a little fun. I'm going to have to stretch and get something here, because Diane is using colors that I don't normally use. So excuse me for 1 second. I have to bust out the old craft paint here. I usually use craft paint for my paint pours, so I don't usually use it for my paintings. But as you can see down here in the low, I got a little bit of orange, and all I need is a little bit. It's really watery, so I'll just use a scant bit of this stuff and put it back over here. I'll go into my crimson. Just a little touch of crimson. Remember, half this paint is in color, the other half is in black and white. Okay. I do believe there's a little bit of yellow in there too. So I'll just get a little touch of yellow. I really don't need too much color, actually. Obviously I'm going to need some titanium white for the clouds and blue for the sky. So I'm just getting some titanium white. I'll put it way over here in the corner, separated from everybody. Think you guys can see? No, you can't. You will in a second though. There we go. I guess I'll go with old phthalo blue. And I would only need a touch of this. Maybe, maybe that much. Maybe, but I doubt it. I won't even use that much. All right. Okay, let's get the party started. Here we go. I'm going to touch. Um, I'll dabble. Let me dabble into the. Let me see something here. Yeah, we're good. All right, I'll dabble into the blue first. And now, when I do this blue, now most of the sky is blue in her painting, but I'm only using that much. All right, and I guess I'll approach it like this. I'll do a rocking motion like that for right now, something like that. So I'll do a rocking motion like so. But I'm gonna keep the blue pretty much up here. Told you I won't need much blue. I won't need much blue at all. Like I said, I'll just keep the rocking motion like that. Something like that. I'll just keep it like that. Now that I said keep it like that about 5 times, I think you gotta get the hint. I'm just cleaning off the brush. All right, let's get to a larger blending little mop brush. Another one of these Kmart specials here. All right, Estina, Laura, Mehmet, hello. Ray Riley, hello. Janet Nickel, how you doing? Darcy, hi. Farsha, how you doing? Okay, now instead of me, you know how I do the circle blend. Let's blend it like that, just like this, in the same rocking motion. The more you do it, the more it blends in. Okay, so I'll continue with that same rocking motion. Now remember, the paint's moving around. Okay, what this does is kind of kill some of those streaks. Okay, and I'll just continuously rock back and forth. Same rocking motion, just like that. And it kind of gets rid of those outside streak lines, kind of smooths stuff out. And I kind of want the ends smoothed out anyway. But we're going to add the white clouds in here. So this will help aid in all of that. Just like that, smoothing that out. Still keeping in. Now the streaks that you do see are meant to be this, all that, this here. All right, some tones and variations in your sky. Mix it up a little bit. Like that. All right, okay. Let's get a little bit of, now let's do the clouds first. I wanted to go another route, but I'll do the clouds first. There is a brush that I was looking for, particularly for the clouds, and I can't seem to really find it, so I'll just use it. Yeah, there it is. I'll use this guy. I'm just comfortable with using this fellow. Okay, let's go into our titanium white. Can you guys see that? Yes. Astina, if you're here, tell her I'm live now. See, I knew this was gonna happen. Tell her I'm live. Just let her. Who got the key? Cause I can go, but I have to go when I'm finished. Um. All right. Just a slight touch of blue. Boy, that really threw me off for a second. All right. Just a little touch of blue. I'm going into my white here. All right. Now the cloud she has going in another direction. Okay. I could do that. Um. Nah. I'll go this way. I'm just adding the white right up in here in the streaks. Okay. It's got a little bit of blue in it. I'm just getting more titanium white. Just like that. And I'm gonna go downward. Put a little bit up in here, just like that. I don't have to cover all of those streaks, but I'm gonna have the clouds go in the same direction, which just means a whole lot of turbulence you got going on here. Put some of that up in here like that. Bring some of that down. Go right in there like that. And might want to put a little. Let's put a little bit of something right up in here too. Just vary them, different heights and whatnot. Put one, mash it right in there like that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is blend that into the preceding color. Okay, I'll take the dark mop brush, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lightly, very lightly, just bring those down right into the preceding color there. I'll wisp a few like that, but I'll bring it right down to the color here. I can wisp a few here, just like that. Just a couple. Curve it around a little bit. The more you rub your clouds, the more they'll go into the background, and the more they'll blend into like I say, the light blue here. Okay, I'm only using a few bristles just to rub this in. Okay, just a few. Have some melt into the other ones. Always kind of add some kind of interest and variation. Okay, the glycerin's still pretty tacky, which is why I'm able to move this stuff around like that. And you don't have to fluff up all the clouds if you don't want to. You can give some a hard edge, different variances. All right, so it's truly up to you. Let's take a little bit of. Let me show you something. I'm gonna take a wee bit of burnt sienna, just a little micro dot of burnt sienna. Let's get a smaller. This might be a little too rough. I'll need a softer brush. I'll use this guy, this flat brush. This should do. I'm gonna dip it into the water, soften the bristles. Now what I'm gonna do with that little piece of sienna there, that little bit right here, it's a little bit of sienna, it's a little bit of blue, tiny touch. That's too much blue. So I'll mix what I got right in there. A little more sienna. And it's going to turn it kind of a grayish. Okay, just like that. That dark gray. I'm going to brighten that up a little bit. A little more sienna. A little more sienna. And brighten it up. There you go. See this gray? It's kind of a bluish gray right here. I'm taking a lot of it off the brush. Okay, and she has some under. Every once in a while, I forget that this phone got a little timer on it. So hold on for a second. There. Okay, some of her clouds got a nice under. Little shadow to them. I'll put one up here. Then I'll make a curve one here. And give him a little one right here. And maybe one up under here and one up under here. Some of her clouds got bottoms to them. Okay, so maybe something like that. All right. See, I didn't really need too much of that gray. I'm gonna take a smaller blending brush if I can find one that's small enough. I'll use this guy. This guy might work. And very lightly, just kind of get rid of some of those rough edges there. So blend them all in, especially here on the bottom. Just smooth it out. Mix it right into the other color. You don't want to destroy most of the darker edge. You just want to softly, very softly, just blend them in there. Real soft. If you have to pat it, pat it. Just fade it in there and blend out the bottom. I'm gonna go into a curve like this one. Okay, just like that. So some of them got that bottom end to them, like that. I can make them a little softer. You guys should be able to see those. All right. Okay. Let's put this back where it belongs. Let's take I'm gonna take that still soft brush. I'm gonna go into my nothing but titanium white. I'm gonna move this white over here, pure white, and we'll play with a couple of highlights there like that. Can you see now? Now that I've done that with pure white, you can see how bright the white is. Okay. See, now you know what pure titanium white looks like. Because remember, I tinted these clouds with blue. Okay, but when you add the true white on there, they kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. And just a couple right here, and I'll just fade out that bottom, get rid of the bottom a little bit. Some little things traveling here and there. Repeatedly go into your white because you're still picking up that blue because it's not totally dry. Okay, if you have to, just wipe off your brush and go back into your titanium white and just choose spots where you think will be some strong highlights here and there. I'll fluff up some of these in pure white and fade a lot of that in there like that. Put some up here, fade some clouds in there just like that. And we're going to get rid of that bottom edge a little bit. I'm just fading away that bottom edge just like that. Alright, I'll clean off the brush. Alright, we got that pretty much established. Alush, Linda, Hamid, Cheryl, Tracy, Michelle, is it Mela Shalou, hello. Alright, let's get into some. Guess I'll use this guy. This guy's pretty decent. We're gonna go with the lightest color, which is the cad yellow. Okay, and right here, you gotta be careful because you don't want stuff turning green on you. Right up in here, I'll just throw some yellow up in here, just like that. Remember, it's going more into the gray than the blue. If I put it into the blue, she's gonna turn green. So just be a little careful, just like that. Not gonna turn green if it's in the gray. Okay, but a little yellow here and there, just like that. Just a little bit of yellow, like that. And I'm gonna blend that in, blending it more into the gray than into that cloud mixture there. Just the bottom edge there, just blend it softly. Get rid of some of that hard edge. Okay. Now on the top, just lightly back and forth for the top, because you don't want to turn it green, something like so. Okay, we get into a wee bit of orange. Now this orange is craft paint, fairly loose stuff, leaky stuff here. I'm not really a big fan of it, but we'll go up in here, some down in there, a little up there, some down in there like that. I'm just striping it on there, don't matter, like that. Alright, there are certain colors that you always associate with each other because in our mind's eye it just represents either sunlight, sunshine, daybreak, sunset. Okay, if you add a little purple, it's usually a sunset. Let's go back into our soft mop brush Okay, and we're gonna do a nice little another soft blend, blending into the gray first. Remember, this paint is still lucid, so you can do the soft blend. It blends into the gray, just like that. And you blend it into the yellow. Okay, blend it right into the yellow there. That's all I'm doing is blending it into the yellow. It's not totally destroying the yellow. All right, orange into yellow is just another version of yellow orange, another mix. And once again, X strokes, just blend it right in there, soft. Be soft, be gentle, be gentle. That's all I'm doing, gentle mix, just like that. Just blending it in. If I blend more and more in one spot, it blends more and more. Okay. And basically, that's all I'm doing. That's what you see me doing right now, just blending it, just like that. Okay. Tom, Jeffrey, Hurst, hello, Hamid, Alush, Linda, welcome back, guys. Okay, the final color, and I'm not going to use too much of this. One is really powerful, so I'll just use like a dot of it because I know I'm going to spread it around. So maybe up around in here like that. Let's put a couple of that shades of that up in there like this. Coming right off the back end there. Maybe we can have that one come down a little bit, like that, something like so. Maybe a little bit of that up in here. All right, that's about all. Maybe I'll need of that. And this is not cat red. This is alizarin crimson. It's extremely potent color to use. And once again, you guys know the deal. Blend, 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 just like so. And basically, I'm blending just to soften up everything and get rid of the streaks. No, I'm getting rid of the streaks, but I'm not getting rid of the gradation of tones and tints. Just the streaks. Okay? Just the streaks. And I know where this brush is, so I can get rid of that hard edge without it being too intrusive to the other color. And you'll know that too, just by the feel and the more you use it. And I'll just blend it in. Okay. Nice soft blend. Because I can keep one side kind of strong and just fade out the edges on the other. Can you guys still see? Oh, you guys see looking at the back of my hand. Yeah, that's better. I'm just blending it in. I think you guys can see it just fade away there. The intensity is not fading away, but the edges are. Okay, and then back and forth. Back and forth. Move that paint around. Just like that. I'm going back and forth a little harder on the edges there. Just like that. Okay. Just like that. So hopefully you don't see anything turning green. Okay. And you still got your little faint grayish down in there. Okay. Now, things about to get interesting because I just contaminated my I'll just put the, let's see if I can just put the palette right here. If I can put it there and get away with it without tipping over, then I just move the camera that way. All right, we're gonna dip it a little bit into this. I need either a flat brush that's really raggedy, or let's try a fan brush. We'll do it with the fan brush. Okay, definitely gotta wet up the fan brush. I like this fan brush. It's got some. It's a fan brush that got a little bit of body to it there. I'm just wetting up the fan brush, loosen up the bristles. Pretty nice size fan brush. Pretty thick joker. I like this guy. All right, we're gonna get some distant land mass out here, but it won't be totally solid. And I think I'll make it. It'd be dark, but it'd be more of a dark gray. I should mix enough here. That should be. It should, in theory, be enough. We're about to see right now, though. But I'm going close to the edge here, and I'll do it like that, real slow, real tiny. I'm turning the brush over, get a little more color. Still tipping into this color here. I'm holding the brush more like this instead of directly. It's more like this so I can get those patterns. Okay. I can go a little. Let's see what hers is a little okay. Hers is not too big down on the other end, which is fine. That's cool. That'll work for me too. Then if you don't want a little more variance, right? Take it gently, pull upward. Just gently pull upward. I'm going from the tape and just pulling upward. If I don't see no changes, I'll press a little more. All the rest is cool. I just want a little more activity up here. Just like that. Different variances. Okay. That'll work. Alright. I'm just rinsing off the brush here. Remember, most of the color is up here. All the rest is different shades of gray and the black. Okay. Even the pier is a weird grayish color, but we'll glaze that action in with that. Okay. All right. As I'm looking at this right now, I don't feel like I need to do anything else. Well, yeah, I do. Hold on. I'm a stickler. I'm sorry. It's just me. I'm just a stickler. I'm going back into my titanium white because I feel that some of my clouds can have a little more action than that. So I'm just, and I'll rub the rest away. Going back into my titanium white, just tapping it. This is a very soft blend brush actually. Then I just wipe it off and I just tap in the rest. I just need more bright in some of these clouds. To me, just to me, some of them need to be really, really highlighted to kind of sell this thing. I'll bring one coming down in here just above that brown streak there, and I could just take it, travel it, just like that, almost like thick what am I trying to say? Liners, silver linings, just a wee bit thicker than that. Let's put one right up in here, just in there, and I'm not going to add any more. Just that little guy right there. If I turn the light on, you'll see the difference. Right now, the sun's kind of setting a little bit. It's going on the other side of the house, just like that. And what I'm doing is I'm rolling this brush, and when I'm rolling it, it's also creating a line. Okay, so it's like automatic silver lining anyway, and I just fade the rest in. So basically, I'm taking a brush like this, got the paint on it. Let's do it. Let's do one here. All right, and I'm putting it here almost sideways. I'm just rolling it. Roll it, and you got an instant line there. See that? And you just fade the bottom out, just like that. Okay, and I just rub the bottom out there, just like so. All right. Hello, Rosemary. How are you? Terry. Hello, Damien. Bill. What's going on, Bill? So that's basically all I'm doing, guys. Okay. And of course the phone went dead on me again. I just gotta touch it here. All right. Some of those clouds go right into this color. Okay. So I'm incorporating some of those clouds into this color, just like that. It all fades away, just like that. So yes, I can bring some of them clouds right in there. Just incorporate some of that color in there. Some of these guys, just like that. I'm just wiping off this tiny brush here. Pardon me 1 second, I need some more white. Yeah, I don't really want to deal with the soft white. It's just too wimpy, and the other colors are just swallow it up because it's a blending white actually. Soft white's a blending white, and I really don't want nothing like that. I need something with a little bottom to it there. So we'll do the little line thing right up in here, and then we'll just tap in there. All right, now you see that that guy's in there. He's not playing around. Okay, he's not scared of no pretty colors. He's just all up in the neighborhood. And we'll do another. I'll just roll it so you guys can see how I make the line there. Just roll it, roll and press, and then you just tap the rest away. Wipe off my brush here, and we'll just tap it all the way. Just keep tapping. It'll disappear on you. Okay, and a light fade. It's like that. So I'm bringing some of these guys down here a little bit, like so. And I can take the bigger brush and just use the little hairs and just blend all of that all together, just like that. Doesn't make anything disappear. Just blends it all in. Get a stronger line in there like that, just like that. Okay, so I incorporated some of that into the clouds there. I can take a little bit of blending white and wisp some light little fluffy things in there like that. I'm just taking the blending white. You guys see me doing it, and I'll just see. I can just put in some little wispy guys in there, which, believe it or not, helps in the look and the vantage point of how you're seeing the ocean there. Blend that in a little bit better. There, like so. Just like that. Okay, and it's still at a slight angle, so it's all good in the hood. Alright. Put one up in here. Just like that. Just whispering around. Just like that. Okay. Alright, enough playing like that with this stuff. Alright. See, once you get into it, you'll mess around with 2 hours just playing around with that. But it also means that you're having a very good time. I'm going to do some make pretend gulls back there. I like the way hers looks, so I'm going to try it. Hers is like a really exaggerated M. So let's do a real exaggerated M. And we'll do another one right there. That's one. I guess we'll put one with a M, but he got one, and then put a little body to him down there like that. And maybe we'll have one kind of low, like my basic open winged guy like that. Something like that there. Give him a little bit of a body there. Maybe semblance of a little body, a little tail there. So he's chilling out over there, way in the back there. Okay, I promise I'm done. I promise. Okay, enough of that up there. So let's take the tape off. There. Okay. Now. Hello, Jerry. Hamida. Hello. Laurie. Hello. A lot of this, well, the majority, not even the majority, but maybe 1.5 inch, 2 inches of this is maybe a little more. About 3 inches, maybe it's all water. All the rest is sand. Because remember, it's high tide. So the water is, I guess I'll use let me show you. This is the best way, really, is to show you this way. I get a little bit of black, a little bit of white, a little bit of water here, a little more white. You guys should, you'll see the line. I can get this line out of here. The water, basically water, technically it comes like all up in here, something like that. Okay. Um, the transition is like here. A lot of okay. So the color will be like in here, but the actual graying of the water and whatnot is here. The water's kind of grayish. All right. Now that I made that mark, you're probably wondering how am I going to get rid of that mark. Well, you know, it is acrylic paint. Okay, just dipping the brush into a little bit of water, and we'll make it disappear. We'll make it go away. Okay, I promise we'll make it go away. A little scratchy, it'll go away. At least most of it will. Okay, it's a lot of color right there, and that's okay. None of that will matter. Trust me. Just dry off the brush here. There, no more black line. All gone. See how easy that is? Goodbye line. Alright, so let's move the camera upward. We don't need to look at the colors. We need to look at all of that. Okay. Now, I know that this guy is in your way. Now, if you don't mind, I'll make this disappear. Okay. If you guys want to see the palette again, just let me know and I'll pop it back up there. But right now, you don't need to see it. It goes away. There you go. Goodbye. Okay. And I'm going to consciously sit backward. Now, to approach this, okay, I can do this a few ways. Because remember, the kind of the glow is like around in here. All right. But I'll continue with that a little bit later. What I'm going to do, I'm going to need a wider brush. Is that I can, well, one, I have to put a little bit of the stuff on there. But I can do a one-stroke deal or two-stroke deal there, the Donna Dewberry thing, and I can go across. And then I'll build up off the darker color like that. Okay, this is just for the water for right now. All right, then once I do that, it goes light, dark. It goes light again because now you got the sand dunes and whatnot, and it's going into the water, but you also got the color going in between you. There's a little transition in there. All right, so I'll show you that. I'm gonna need a wide brush. I do have one, and here it is. I think it's about 1.5. This guy should do fine. And oh, if you guys see down here a little lower than where my headphones are, it's the actual picture. Okay, so Renar in hell, how are you? Karen Underwood, hello. Okay, now I can approach this a few ways also, but I'm gonna do it this way first. I'm gonna remove the black and white. I'm gonna get a little bit of the medium. Okay, I don't need too much. Remember, I just want to keep it slick. I don't want to saturate this thing. I'm using this brush. I'm going as close as I can to the edge up here, and I'm just scrubbing it in. Okay, just scrubbing the color in, just like that. I just need it moist. A very, very, very thin coat. So even though it goes thick when I initially pour it on, I'm spreading it all over the place. Okay. And right up here on the top here, where I need it to kind of flow. And I get the rest, and I'm scraping off the rest. Okay, and I'm just moving it in other places. Whoa, I overshot. That's all right. I'll correct that too. That's okay. I'll get to that. That's all right. When you make a mistake or your stroke goes a little too long, don't cry, don't worry, don't stress, and don't panic. I think I'm gonna only bring it down this far because I don't want to bring the white into that black shadow area. That I'll just use the clear one, so I don't have to really tint with that. I use the clear for that. It's no big deal. But all of this should be about right. I don't need none of this pooling up and really liquefying. So I'm just really wiping off the rest. Just wipe it off. Just like that. And remember that those marks I was showing you guys? Those marks aren't there. Okay. These are pencils, the pencil marks. But those will disappear too. But there you go. Okay, once again, the fingerprint test there. That's about enough. Alright. I'm working with acrylic, not oil paint. Alright, I can really take this. I'm done with this. Seal it up. Oh, also, if you choose to make this stuff, alright, you have to stir it. Because the paint settles on the bottom. Paint's heavier. The paint will settle on the bottom, so you take a brush, you just stir it up real good. Get the mix in there. Alright. So excuse my yellow. Alright. Or the back of my head, whatever came first, you should see. Okay, let's get into oh, there you are. Let's get into, I don't even need those. Well, yeah, I do need the colors, but not right now. Let's get into mixing some oh, you guys can't see it. I'll hold it in my hand. I'm gonna mix a very light gray. I had to clean off my brush here. I'll just rinse it off here on a towel. I got a paper towel roll attached to the bottom of my stand. I'm gonna get a light gray mix first. I'm gonna mix only 1/2 on the brush, and all I need is really a dot of black. Get a nice dark kind of a gray going here. I really don't need to put anything with it, and then I'll just go here, just like that, right at the edge, and back and forth I go. See how it blends by itself? Look at that. Okay. Now can I bring that higher? Sure, I can bring it higher. But it's mixing in with the white right now. I'm just bringing it lower here. And remember, gray is a very forgiving color. Okay. I'm just lowering the pressure here, because this is going to represent the water. I can bring that a little bit higher. I might. And just bring that lower. So I can bring some of that paint down like this. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can do whatever. Alright, because you're moving the paint around. Just like that. If it's too dark in one spot, just move it downward. And go back and forth. Back and forth. I can do that up above too. I can just press and bring some of that way up there. So I don't have to really re-blend. Just push some of the paint up there. Okay, let me set this down. And very lightly, there. Remember, the bottom part is black and white. So you're going to deal in tones of gray. Okay. I want a nice light transition up here. This is cool. Now let's say if I want it a little lighter and it's too dark. Well, this isn't too dark, I don't believe. This is alright. But let's say that actually this is great. I'm gonna leave that. I like that. I won't touch that. But let's say that if I wanted it a little darker, and I can, all of this is different variations of hold on, I'm being contacted. I thought she was still here watching. Different variations of gray. Okay, I'm just dabbing a little bit of black and a little bit of this white. I'm just getting another different tone of gray. Okay, so maybe up around here. Let's do it horizontal, maybe around here, and maybe some come out like that. And that's all I'll need right now. Okay, remember this is just still water here. And you know, water got schools of fish underneath them or some large rock underneath them, so you're not going to get a total level color here at a beach side. Okay, all sorts of stuff is going on out there. And once again, back and forth. Don't worry, your edges will go. Those soft edges will go. All you gotta do is blend back and forth. Okay, just like that. I'm turning the brush on the side, but I'm going back and forth, and I'm going horizontally straight across. Straight, straight. Don't go crooked on. Don't go crooked on me. Go straight. Okay. Don't get crooked on, brother. I'm just wiping off that hard edge, and I'll straighten out that hard edge there too, just like that, and just go back and forth. All right. You still see the gradations of tones and all that good stuff. You follow me? Hello, Kelly. How are you? Fernando, my man. What's going on? Thanks for stopping in and saying hey. Marco, how are you? Hal Brown, what's up, brother? Miss McClintosh, welcome back. Diane Lewis, welcome back. Diana Swain, hello. There's a whole bunch of you guys who like to say hello, Christine. Is it Chalowski? How are you? My Soviet Union friend. I don't know if it's got an A, so I don't know if it's Anthony. Marpolian. I have no idea. I don't want to mispronounce your name, but hello, welcome. Mirhan, hello. Belinda Wilson, hey, how you doing? Hal Brown is back. Karen Underwood is watching. Okay. Now that I got this situated here, all right. Now we got to add some more dark because she has a landmass here, and it's like almost like a dune with a bunch of grass and all that stuff. Okay, and it's black. All right. So what I will do is put my yeah, I can just block it in. I'll block it in. I really don't want to block it in with the big brush, but I'll block it in. Well, it's all black anyway, so um, okay. Uh, it goes kind of. No, I don't want to do that first. Sorry. Let me clean off the brush. I don't want to. I don't want to do that first. That's a no-no. That would have been a mistake. Hold on. I gotta do this in order. That was almost a boo-boo there. It almost got me. It was close, but not close enough. All right, let's deal with this yellow. I'm getting a little bit of yellow. I don't have too much yellow, but that's all right because most of the yellow's over here. So I got some yellow here. All right. Let's put a little bit of that yellow right up in there like that. And I think that's basically where the yellow is, really. And we'll do it this way. We'll do it that way. Have it there. Actually, it's a little flatter than that. Let's go. Let's aim that flatter, flatter, just like that. This one too, a little flatter in that direction, like that. All right. We're gonna go with a little bit of orange. Remember, this orange is kind of like real loose, loosey goosey, and we're gonna join in the flatness, just like that, just like that. I'll blend it into the yellow, just like this, just like that. I know you guys are looking at the back of my hand or something like that, but I'm just lightly blending it in there like that. I'll make the orange travel this way a little bit, like that. But it's still traveling that way. I'm going this way with the stuff, just like that. Now, I can take Mr. Round Blender, something soft, okay, and even though the direction is that way, I can blend left and right because all I'm doing is softening the edges. So it's still keeping the pattern and the shape of it going wherever it's going. But I'm just blending it just like so. I'm blending it a little heavier here. I'll round it off like that. I'll round this off to put it right into the gray. Remember, only a few hairs are touching. It looks like I'm pounding the whole brush in there, but it's not. Believe me, the old Bob Ross adage, 3 hairs in some air, still applies, even to this. Okay, now remember that deep red? You got to add the deep red. Okay, it's pretty strong red. Okay, we'll put a bit in there like that. Something floating around in there like that. Let's get rid of some of that. And let's bring it up in here like that, right here in the corner, like so. And make some of that travel flat. There's a method to my madness of why I'm doing this too. There's a method to my madness. Okay, there. Put it right in there, just like so. And that's about all the color she got down there, to be honest with you. That is it. Okay, put a little red down in here too. Yeah, like that. All right. For those of you who did stop pop who are in here watching, I am repainting a student's painting. They asked me to do it, and so I oblige. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm gonna soften up this edge here. Some of this might not even be seen. And yes, I'm taking this big brush and I'm gonna, especially here, just mellow some of that out a little bit. And just go straight, just kind of soft blend all this stuff. And every time you go across it, it goes deeper and deeper into the canvas. It just gets softer and softer, and yet you still see underlying tones of gray in there. All right, okay. Let me see if I got enough gray in here to cover up what I had messed up over here. It's just on the a little swipe of white on top of the distant whatever it is landmass back there. Okay, it's already taken care of. All right, now we're about to get really interestingly creative here. Let's go up towards this. We're gonna bring it up higher here. Okay, right there. We're gonna bring it right there. All right, I'm about to get really cute on you guys here. Now, she has rolling waves way back there, but to make the waves a little impactful, okay, and they're distant things back there, way in the back. Um, so we're gonna get some waves rolling, but we gotta be cute for a minute here. I'm gonna take a little bit of black on my custom destroyed flat brush, okay, and I'll get a couple in right about in here like that, getting a little bit of dark. So she got one rolling in here like so, maybe one like kind of like that. Okay, remember there's a little bit of shine and stuff going on over there. We got maybe here and maybe one rolling in here. Okay, maybe a little slick one right here in this corner, right here like that. Maybe coming out there like that. All right. Like I said, I'm about to get real cute on you. Okay, that'd be like a little bit of the underneath the wave deal. I'm getting some white. I'll put the white right here. Oh, you guys can't see it. Never mind. Unless you want the palette back, you guys can't see what the heck I'm doing. All right, and I'm gonna touch a little bit right up in there. It's got to be kind of bright because of the light gray. So I'm just tapping it in pretty just like that. Now I can take these and now you know why I went a different direction with the previous strokes, because I can just keep playing with the dark here and just make the waves, even though they're black and white, I'll just make them appear using the black. Okay, just like that. Get some more. I'm gonna dot up these back here and come up here, add some activity on this one here, and they get a little longer in the middle, a little more narrow. Same thing. Well, let's add some stuff here to this guy. They're little baby caps, little guys right up in here. I just want to do it where you guys can see me still. And the little baby ones here first have a little curve to them. They start getting a little longer, and then they get short again. Shorter and flatter actually. Just like that, and they go out. Same thing with this guy. They get a little flatter out there. Let's bring that one out. Then we get the curve in there like that. Same thing with this fella. Bring him out, and he gets flatter in there. He gets flatter there, like that. No problem. I don't know why yours does that, Kelly. It's really too bad. I don't know why it does that with yours. I'm just adding a little brightness again to this guy. Okay, now we can go on to the big landmass thing there. Let me clean out this brush. Samia, hi, how are you? Mayo, hello. Shane, hello. Diane, hello. Both Dianes. Lewis and Swain, how are you? Let's see. McClintosh, Hal Brown, Kelly. All right. Is that Yuli? Hey, Yuli, how are you? Okay. So, we got our wave action. We have our distant hills. We got the colors going on there. Okay. Let's move it this way. There. Come down a little bit. All right. We'll get our big dark landmass in and just get rid of that one first. We'll take care of this first, and then we'll add the trees and whatnot, or not trees, the plants and different shades for the sand and all that good stuff. Okay, now up here by the waterline, it kind of gets a little narrow, and somewhere around here like that. It got a little curve to it. It goes in. Then she's got it coming back out again, and then it kind of flattens out, goes that way. But all this in here is black, just like this. No medium, just solid black there, like that. If my white's mixing in with it, that doesn't matter. It's okay. Not the end of the world. Just need a solid black here. I think besides that shadow, that's the only thing that's really solid black. And like I said before, I really don't need to add any liquid white to this, because one, it's already on there, and two, all this is just going to be like texture and stuff like that. Okay, she got the dune here. It comes around, comes out this way, and just comes out that like that. She's got a little bit of a shadow here too, right in here. Kind of a blended shadow like that. Okay, a little sharp here, and it fades out. I'll just keep pressing. You get a little fade out here, a little fade out there, um, little something something up in there. I'll just there like that. So she got a little dark of something here. Okay, and matter of fact, it goes in. Excuse me, it goes in a little more. So we'll have it come in a little more like that. Okay, it's a little close in here like that, and then it fades out into kind of like nothing there, like so. All right, we already got the shadow for the pier over there. Okay, all right, all right, all right, and clean off the brush again. All right, now we have certain things established already. Okay, let me put this palette down. I'm going to get a palette knife. I'm going to get some titanium white. I'm going to spread the titanium white out flat. Use as flat as I can get it. All right, and up and around here, she's got little bits of waterline or whatever. Something that simulates some brightness around in there. So I'll just do a few right up around here where you guys can pretty much see it. I'm just scraping some more white, get some more white together. I can extend a few of those, and plus these add to the motion lines and whatnot up around in here. I know you guys should be able to see this quite well. I'm going to go straight on across. All of this adds the unevenness of the white that I'm putting on. Just adds to like little white caps and all that fun stuff. So it kind of works for me here. I'm pressing into the canvas when I do this. Just a little bit of white. I'll come way up here, up top here. You might not be able to see that too well. Some up here. I'll put a little bit of it up here like that. All right. Okay. I can be cute. Let's see how much white I got here. If I got enough to do this, I should. Let's see. Maybe, maybe not. I'll play around. Little waves of stuff there. I need more white. Hold on. Grab a little more titanium white. I need more white anyway, because the rest of the painting is kind of in shades of gray and stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna do that again. Get some more white. I'm panning it out, making it real flat. Clean off the back of my palette knife. Get a pretty decent roll of paint here. Something like so. Just like that. And I'll do it again. I'll do it from here. Just like that. Some water lines going in there. Just like that. And I'll get another nice decent roll of paint. Ooh, that might be too much. Let me flatten it out again. And do it again. Something like that. And I'll go here. I'll do some here like that. Put it in there. And all I'm doing, I'm pressing really hard on one edge of the knife to get the line to come through. Okay. And then I just play around with it. Let me go the other direction. Let's go here. And I'm just rolling it out. Just like that. Alright. So we got some nice little breakers coming in and such. I know you guys don't see it on the other side, but it looks like that. Okay. So we got little breaker things just happening, rolling in. Alright. Now let's take the fan brush. And we're gonna go kind of horizontal. We're gonna wave them outward very lightly. See that? See that little trail? Okay, the paint's still tacky, still wet, so I can kind of get away with doing that. Just like that. Roll it right into the surf. Right up in there. Roll it in there. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, now we got these guys rolling in that same kind of direction there. Just like that. Alright. Thank you, Carolyn. Well, this is me just redoing somebody else's painting. And I'll show you her painting too when I'm finished with this one. We'll brighten up some of the waves here. Make them a little more visible. It goes out kind of long there like that, and then it narrows out, and then it goes out. And it narrows out. This guy too down here. Narrow him out. And he narrows right off the page there. Okay. Just wanted to bring those out a little bit more. All right. Okay. Let's get some, well, we let that tack up a little bit. We'll play around with the tones and light and shade, and we'll play around with the sand dunes and stuff. This is all a make on just light and shade, black and white. Alright, I'm just getting a little bit of gray on the side of the brush. Okay, and we'll start from, we'll start here. And we'll bring it like, right from here, we'll bring it down like that. Okay, we'll bring some of that right up in here. Make that one travel a little bit like that, and we'll come on down. We'll scramble some colors in there like this. just on the side of the brush, just like that. We're making interesting little patterns here and there. You can have some a little darker, like that, go up under the pier. Okay, and it's just sand and dirt and gravel or whatever that you got or that you want to have. I'm taking getting some white because maybe you got the edges a little too rough. You can add some white, kind of kill it a little bit. So I know it just looks like I'm just scrubbing out some junk, but I'm not. I'm not. Go up under here a little bit under the docks in here, all up underneath. Some of it up in here. Play around with some of that. As I'm doing it, I'm just bring some of that out there. Bring some of that dark. I'm gonna get some of that dark out. I'm touching some of the dark. I'm like some got little dips in darkness. Some of the gullies a little darker. Maybe this one comes down a little bit more, like that. Bring some of that down like that. Now you see how you instantly get land? Neat, right? It's all a play in light and dark. We can have a mound here. Make it this the back of the mound and have it come out that way. So we have the mound come out that way. That way it spreads out that way, just like that. Back of the mound. We have it spread out a little bit there, like that, and we'll fade the rest in like this, just like that. Take a little bit of white, just like that. Give them a little peak of color right there, just like that. And it's just like I say, just a play of light and shade. This is soft craft paint, so that's why it's really movable and all of that. Right. Something like that. Okay. I'm looking at her stuff here. She got a little something happening here too, right here. Some big stuff. So I'll instead of doing it in black, I'll just do it in white right here because she got something happening right here in the corner. Okay, just right up in here a little bit. All right. She got some little bit of happenings up in here, just like that. Matter of fact, I'll tease a couple of little bits of dark in there, like that. Have it come out like that, and maybe aim it upward a little bit, and have it fade right in there, like so. Okay, happy, joy. All right. Like I say, the bottom is pretty much, like I say, tones of black and white, and the rest of it is kind of like in color. Very unusual, unique kind of a painting. I'm getting the toothbrush. I'm dipping my toothbrush into a little bit of water. It just loosens up the bristles a bit. All right, I don't have my side camera on because I got a lot of stuff going on. I see some of you. Hey, Rick McFarlane, Darlene. Some of you come back to see what the heck is actually going on, which is cool. Okay, get some black paint here. I gotta thin it out. This stuff is kind of thick. Okay, and we'll play around with a little bit of splatter, just a little bit. Now we got little sand chunks going around here, little knobs of rock or whatnot happening. And I'm being very careful that I don't get too much of it into the water itself. But we can come all in here and put all sorts of debris up in here. Don't matter. All right. Okay. I'm just cleaning off the toothbrush, and my finger, wiping the excess off. Now I'm going into the white. It's the liquid, the clear white. I might not even have to put this in any water because I think it's pretty good the way it is. And I'm plop on some white into some of that. Some of it you'll see, some of it you may not, until I put it on. Now if I want it a little thicker, then I'll put it on I can put some here on the outer edge here. It's kind of there like that. We'll do some in here and there. But just like that. Okay, and that's enough of that. So it looks like little bits of rock or whatever, whatever's in there in sand, you know. All right, now that we got some of that done, let's put in some foliage. She's got the long weed thing happening over in here, and we're gonna do a few of those too. If my toothbrush was narrow enough, I could show you a nice little trick, but it's not, so I'll use the fan brush. We'll do it this way. Okay, I'm getting actually we'll mix a nice kind of a gray with it. I'll just tap it in here. It's just craft white paint and some black paint. That's it. And she got kind of a deep color too, so we'll go with that. So up in here, okay, she's got, oh no, much lighter. You can't really tell until you actually put it on there. So I'm making it a little bit lighter. That might work. We'll see. But she got like a little wildflower type thing sticking up out of here. I'm putting it on a little thick in different areas, kind of crooked, make some kind of tall. And I'm just using the large fan brush. It's these little kind of weedy looking things that are up in there. So I'll put a batch in here going in different directions. Okay. She's got smaller ones. Well, let me play with these a little bit here. Hold on. I'll get to them. Yes, I'm going right off of the canvas because you never really want to lose the flow of your stuff. I'll just use this part of the brush here. I'll put some in here like that. I'm turning the brush around just like that, right over here in the edge. Now I just use the top here, and I can actually push up a little bit. But she got some hanging around up here, just like that. All right. Okay. Let me clean the brush. Only takes a second to clean the flame brush. Wipe it off. Let's go into our nothing but white. It's going to mix in with the black. It's going to mix in with a little bit of the gray. But we're going to follow that same path and pattern like this. So she got different varieties and forms of this stuff going on. Remember, it's all in. Some go out this way, some coming out, some coming up like that, some coming out that way. All sorts of things she got happening over here, just like that. And I'll put a few around the edge here. Then I'll just tap in a few. Up top here, she got really detailed stuff. So what I'm going to do is go just like that and get some long grass going up there. Just a nice little patch. Oh, it's a flick of the wrist. And then I'm going to put a patch aiming downward. Aim a patch of it downward like that. Like so. And nice little patch there. Okay. As we're moving right along, I'm going to get some more white. I'm going to dip a little bit of water to loosen up this white paint because some of the craft paint is getting a little tacky. There. All needs a little bit. And you're going to press and just lift up like that. Instant patch of grass. Go in another direction. Press. Go in another direction. Press. Go in another direction. Look at that. Instant bush of grass. Alright. Not the most difficult thing to do. Okay, put some right in here too, just like that, if you want. If you don't want the little smiley curve, angle your brush. Okay, just like that. They all don't necessarily obviously have to be white, but we're gonna bring some long grass up in here too. I'm just raking the brush around, just like that, right up in here. All right, and I'm just gonna go right into the black using, got the white in there, but I gotta loosen this black up too because it's getting a little tacky. In a way that's kind of good though. Alright, same thing with these darker bushes. Press and you're going the other way, and you're gonna go the other way, just like that. Go off the tape. Add some variances in there. Okay. Whoops, let's get into some of this. We're gonna put a couple of tiny ones up in there. We're gonna just like that. 'Cause remember, this stuff is in black and white here in the bottom. Put some right here on that post, like that. Just bring a nice trail of some of that down here and curve it, and go that way. And see, you can just like that. Little patch here, maybe some little baby ones way out here in the front, like that. And don't be scared to put some right out there on the beach. All right, stop being chickens. You gotta live a little, just like that. Put some activity going on in there. All right. As I'm looking and looking, and some more striations in there. Same thing here. Put some more striations, maybe a little deeper in there, like that. Okay. What do you think, Diane? So far, when I post it, I'll post it side by side if you would like. And what is the name of this painting, too, Diane? I need to know. It sure would help, Diane. All right. Let's get the liner brush. We're gonna have some fun still. Um, we got some little guys growing over there on the edge, right here, up along here, like that, going right into the. It's just loose, watered down black paint. I'm going into the black, and I'm just wisping the brush here and there. I need a little more. This script liner brush, it requires a lot of loose paint to do what I'm doing. Okay, and aim them in other directions. Put a big, sometimes go slow. Put a big curve in one. Vary the size, vary the distance. Up to you how you want to do it. Put some tiny ones up there like that. Another another one hanging around like that. I might want a gang of them right up in here like that. Just some tall guys just hanging around. They don't got nothing to do. They don't have a job, so they're just chilling on the beach right up here like that. Big mass of them, just like that. All in different directions. Just have a ball with it, just like that. Okay, cross them around, whatever, just like that. Okay. Before the storm, all right. Thank you. Okay. We'll put a couple of these stragglers up in here too. Actually, need more water. I'm just getting more water, dipping it into the paint. All right. And there, get some nice ones going here. There we go. Nice tall ones. I'm just dipping. I need a lot of water, plenty of paint on this script liner. Okay. Just get the heavier ones going here, just like that. See, you want them nice and smooth, which is another reason why a lot of water for some of these. Don't start. What I say? He hears the female dog in the back raising all sorts of cane, so he feels it's his duty to join in, and he doesn't believe in a little bark. I don't think he's even capable of that, but he will let himself be known. That's for sure. Bluto, stop it. Okay, now that I've did that with the take some of this craft paint here, clean in water with the craft paint, and if I don't like the way it's coming out, I'll just use a thicker titanium white. My colors also, since I don't believe I mentioned them, is the usual colors I always use. It's phthalo blue, cad red, yellow, titanium white, craft paint orange this time, um, and black, really. Okay, and some cute white flowers cutting into the program here, just like that. Thing with white, if you put it into the black like that, of course it's gonna pick up the black. You got a couple good swings with the pure white before it starts turning gray on you. And then it's also depending on the mixture, um, too. Because if you got more water than paint, then it's only gonna look good when wet. When it's dry, it'll just fade back. It turned into because it turns into like a glaze. So okay, we still got this pier to do, but the pier won't be nowhere near as time consuming because most of the work is done with the pier. We're gonna come in here and we're gonna add some little stringers in here too, but they have to be, get some more water. Have to be pretty long. Okay, in order to kind of sell that thing, just like that. Put them all in there. Different. Have them droop around. Okay. You have some come down and loop like that, just like so. Getting a little more water. I'm still using the kind of the thin paint and twirling the brush around. All right. Well, thank you, Diane. But all it takes is practice, and you think it through, and just mainly have fun. I'll give a little patch of some grass right in here, a little patch up in here too, just twirling around, having a little fun, just like that. Okay. And in case you think I forgot underneath that pier there, I'm getting some titanium white. I'm gonna mess with the titanium white now. Plenty of water with the titanium white though to get it loose like that. And we're gonna go right here. We'll play around. But this is some thick stuff here. It's like that. We'll put in a couple right in here. Really thick. This titanium white because it's opaque, so it's really thick paint. All right. There we go. Yeah, we'll tease a couple thingies in there like that. Maybe even put a cattail or two in there like that. Turn it around. One's like here. One's going in the other direction like that. One's up here. All right. Yep. We got maybe one there, a little one there. Okay. I'm just cleaning off the brush. I'm going into the black and plop one here, one right here. Put one right in there. Need more black. Let's make that one a little larger there, like that. We'll put a couple right here, like so. Little things like this wake up your painting. Okay, a little eye to detail on certain things, you know. Put a couple of those guys, they're black, so put them a couple of them up here, like that. Put some shorter ones in there, like so. Going in different directions, why not? Alright, have a little fun. There, like that. Okay, enough playing. I think we got the land situated there. Okay, now the pier. Since you guys been with me this long, I might as well clean this mess off. I'm just getting, oh, you guys can't see me do this. I got the camera off. So all I'm doing is taking the plastic off of my one board because I really don't need nothing else. Nothing else, no other color is required. So I'm just getting rid of the plastic. Throw it again in the trash. I'm going to bring my messy palette back on. And since we're going to deal with the pier, let's bring the pier over like this. And we're going to zoom in a little bit. I said zoom in, please. Thank you. And we're going to go. I think I just about got it. I think all the pier's there. I believe it is. Let's move it over here. Over here. We'll turn this back on. Ruth Davidson, Rosemary, welcome back. Gabriel, hello. Hey, Set Hit, how are you? Thank you, Rosemary. I appreciate it. Let's peel off this stuff. See if I can get it all in one shot here. Something tells me I'm gonna fail, but it won't be the first time. Definitely won't be the last. It's all 2-inch wide masking tape. I just took an X-Acto knife and I just cut it after I drew it in. So like I said, let's see if I can get all of this off in one shot. Something tells me that it's not going to happen, and my hunch was right. But that's okay. 80% of it came off. Okay. I just got to make sure all of it's off. I don't really want no. Late in the game, you really don't want any surprises. Put it to you that way. I'm just looking to where I may have had some. And I think we're good. I think we got it all. Okay. The pier she has in tones of grayish gray. All right. Now, as you see the pier here, Julie, how are you? I didn't even see you pop in. Show Howard, hello. Tammy Davis, hello. Julie, hey, good to see you. Hello, Darlene Patton. Martin Yields, hey, how you doing? Thank you, Carolyn Boyd. Is that Prinu? Hello. Ahmet, hello. For those who are popping in and out. Okay, as you see, Mr. Pier. Now, it doesn't stand out like any other black and white would because the bottom half of the painting is in black and white. All right, but you do see the wood grain and stuff like that on this. Not so much on this one. Here's a little farther away. Okay, so we'll do tones of gray with that. But what I'm going to do right now is take a half-inch brush and I'm going to do the Donna Dewberry deal. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, let's get the glycerin, the regular pink stuff that you guys are used to seeing. This stuff. And I guess I will put this here because I'm going to need another tray. I got the tray in my hand here. All right. Half the brush. Well, first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip into the glycerin first because I need a. Can you guys see the glycerin? Yeah, you guys can see it, but it's kind of there. All right. Now the glycerin helps in blending. All right. I just dipped a little bit of it into the brush here. Okay. I'm gonna go on to my. I'll show it to you from here. I'm gonna just wipe it back and forth here. All right. It's on the brush. All right. Now I'm dipping half white into this stuff like that. Half white. Okay. Because I got to get it as a glaze. Then I'm going to dip the other half in black. Like so. It's got to be a glaze, just like this. But it has to be a glaze. Because you want to see the patterns underneath. Okay. So it's got the glycerin in it. Okay, I hope you guys seen that. I'm pretty sure you'll let me know. Okay, let's start with this guy right here down on the bottom here. And I got the light side on the outside, the dark on the inside. I'm going to just press and go on down like so. Straight down like that. Okay. Just like that. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Just like that. I'm going to get a little more. It's still got the glaze on it on my little palette thingy here. Just a little more. I'm going to do the same thing. Whoops. Light on the outside, dark on the inside like that. And you're going to still see some of the patterns and whatnot happening with that. Okay. And that's basically what I'm looking for. I'm going to get more black on one side of the brush. I don't need the white. And I still need to put it in the glaze here to get it nice and smooth. Alright. I want to darken this one a little bit better. Because I can just spread it and just darken the whole thing there. I got the whole transition just like that. Just like that. See, I can just keep repeating it. Same thing here. Very carefully, just like that. Alright, now you see that nice transition you don't have to work so hard for. The bigger one here, I'm going to just press on the brush and just go further down. I'm going to just extend the dark. And still keep that transition. And you'll still see when it dries, you still see the striations and everything on these when they fully dry. Okay. So this is like the Donna Dewberry one stroke, how she does her flowers. You can do shading the same way, so have the same effect. Okay, we got this guy over here, just over here. You should just go straight, and it goes straight down with it, just like that. Same thing here with this fella, straight down, straight down. Okay, this little guy here, straight down, just like that. And I'll darken this one corner, just by the corner of the brush here, just like so. Alright, I'm getting some more. I'm just wiping back and forth. The smallest touch of medium on the brush to loosen up the paint that I already have on my little tray here. Alright, and very lightly, if I feel that this brush might be a little um, too wide, then I'll do it at an angle. Just like that. Bring the light side over. And I can easily darken the dark half. That's no problem. The transition is still there, and you'll still see the striations of the wooden posts here. Just like that. So I hope you guys are um, keying in to what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go at an angle because this brush is too big for this one. Just at a slight angle. So this one here is a little bit on the dark. I'm gonna turn the brush over, go a little bit on the light side, just like that. A little darker here. Remember, it's a glaze, so once it dries, all the line work will show through. Okay. Okie dokie then. Well, that was one way. That was fun. Now, let's play with the pier. A few ways you can do the pier also. Um, but I think I'm going to do it in the way where, because the slats are already going from left to right. Okay. No, I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to go with the right and left with the slats. But I'm going to show you something a little different and a little faster. Because I got a feeling I still got to go out tonight. Because I'm a musician, and I knew once I turned the camera on I wasn't going to be able to do. But it looks like I might have to go anyway. All right, just a little bit of medium on the right on the canvas here, and this is clear. It's just the glycerin and the shampoo. This is permanent marker. Nothing's moving, nothing's fading, nothing's streaking. None of that. Permanent marker. The permanent marker is a permanent marker. It's not doing nothing. Okay, there. So we got a little bit of that going. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of glycerin. I'm going into some gray here, and it's gonna be more of like a slight wash than anything. Okay. And I'll just go this way. I got enough of it on there. I might. Let's see. Cause see, I can move this around. That don't matter. I can do it like that, and then just move it around. But I have to move it in the direction of the slats. Okay, just like this. You see that? In the direction of the slats. Okay, now I'll clean this up. Because the glycerin moves the paint around, I don't have to really work as hard. Follow me? I'm gonna get a little bit of the white. Now remember, there's glycerin already on here, so it's not really gonna matter. Everything's still gonna be seen. So I got it light here because of the sunlight, and then I'll just gradually go backwards, just like that. All right. Now I can take some black, just on the little tip of black right here, just in here, and I can move that around. See how I move this color around? See how simple that is? And just gradually fade it right into. Look at that. Not rocket science. That glycerin helps it move around. Okay. And quite frankly, there you go. Let's take a thin bit of black and have the side a little darker right down in here. It's like that. There. I'm gonna wipe the paint off, and then I'm gonna just go back. It sharpens up the corner, and it takes some of the paint off. It's still dark. You still see there's an edge there. Get some of that out of there. Thin that up. Just like that. There. Just like so. Alright. So you got lots of character in this thing. We're going to take this fella right here. further away, and I'll just, because it's such a wide brush, I don't have to really move around that much with it. Just like that. In the back here, same thing. Go right across. And as I'm doing it, it's darker, but I'm wiping away some of the paint so you can still see some of the detail in there. Okay. Now, if I was smart, obviously, but I can just do it with a smaller brush. When I go to doing this guy here, I should have left these blank, but that's okay. That's why you have to kind of think things through. But if you don't, and if you're human, like most of us, sometimes you make those little errors. But you know, I'm here to show you how to fix them up, correct them, so you don't have to kind of go through the nightmare. Let's go to let's make some just some gray. Well, first before I do that, let's take a little bit of glycerin. That might be too much even for that. I'm wiping it off on my little canvas here. I'm gonna just wipe a little bit on here. Still a glaze. I'm just scrumbling some on here, just like that. Just enough to move the paint around. So I'm just scrubbing it right in there. Like I said, this is permanent marker. Nothing's coming off. Nothing's fading off. Nothing. There, just like that. Just need a little bit of that. Let's take some solid black, just the corner of it, and we'll play with some of that in there like that. We'll move the. I'm gonna wipe off some off my brush, and we just take this black, and we'll just slide it around here and there like this, just like that, just like that. Okay, I'm just taking paint off my brush. I'm gonna wipe some off of there like that. Just playing around. Yeah, different patterns, shades, and tones of gray. Take some white, because remember we're dealing with black and white, and we're gonna rub in some there, just like that. Right up in there, like so. Put a couple little bits in there like that. Just scrub it around, just like that. And now I'm gonna take it, clean the brush off anyway. I'm gonna take it lightly, and I'm gonna go in the direction of the slats of wood. Okay, I'm just going past the pole here. There, just like that. I'll take a little bit of black, just a little touch, and go in the direction of the wood here. I will go a little further with that guy. I'm taking off the rest. Go in the direction of the wood, just like that. I can take some off if I feel it's too strong. Just like that. There. But check that out. See that? It's not that difficult to do. Takes practice. Don't get frustrated. Don't get angry. Okay. Don't panic. We'll darken this one a little bit there and go under the bridge. We'll really darken that one. This thing here. Darken that a little bit more. Darken that little solid black down in there. Just a few of them I want like really, really black there. It's like that. There. Can't forget this guy. Why did I forget him? Can't forget him. There. Just like that. Okay. I'm looking, checking things out. Looking. Scrumble some dark in there too. Something like that under there. And I'll remove a chunk of that with my finger. It's alright. Whoops. Put a fingerprint there. Sorry about that. Alright. There. Rinsing off my half-inch brush. I think I'm just about almost ready to peel off this tape. Just about. Let's see if I can get away with this. I think I can. Like the engine that could. Let's see if I can. I'm not really too cool with doing seabirds. Not unless I have a picture. So if I muck up, forgive me. Cha 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 cha. Okay. It's always good, even if you can't do it, to put some wildlife in there somewhere. I mean, if you want to have somebody bring this painting home besides you after a trip, this might work for you. Okay. Do. Three's fine. Billy, Audrey, is it Erdo, Cass? How are you? Shane Lovell, hello, welcome. I'm mixing the black and the gray together, or the black and the white together. Get interesting little pockets of gray, so they won't be totally monotone looking birds. Put a little color in them or something there, so they don't look like crows. A little too morbid, wouldn't it? All right. I think I kept you guys here long enough. Let me put my name on this. Now, if you do a painting that that if you do a painting that someone else has done before you, ask their permission, please. And unless they request for you to do it, you let them know, or you when you post it as such. Okay. Now I'll put my initials here as I'm talking to you, and February. Then I'm gonna put a slash. I'm gonna put a C with a circle around it. Okay. So I did paint it, but this is Diane Lewis's painting, and it's her artwork. So I'll put the little copyright thing there. All right. So Diane did give me the permission to paint this. Okay. Let's see if the see how it held up. Now this painting is not going to go flying off the board because this is a raw easel and it's got the old screws on the top and bottom. It's built for stretch canvas, obviously, because that's all he used. So it ought to come off quite nicely without any troubles, really. You're welcome, Diane. And like I say, when I take a picture of it, I'll post it side to side. 18 by 22 canvas. I think you guys just about see everything except if I get this out the way. Okay. But there, no, you guys don't see it all. You only see half the painting. Sorry. You literally see half the painting. Let's draw it back a little bit. I'm thinking you guys looking at the whole painting. No, you're not. There you go. That's the whole painting. Let's shut this down. All right, there you have it, Miss Diane Lewis. Uh, I hope you like. Uh, I'll show you. I did this with the other picture, so I'll show you with this one too. Um, I got paint splatter on my phone, but that's all right. So hold on for a second. Let's get rid of. Let's get rid of. No, that's not what I want you out there. You guys should be able to see this if I do this. Actually, pop that out of there and there. There you go. So this is her original right here. If I can get it without the glare. There you go. Alright, there you go. No glare. That's her picture. That's her painting, rather. Okay. So take a good look at it. Alright, no glare. That's her painting. And then there's that one. Alright, it's my version of her painting. Like I say, I'll post this both of them side by side on my page. Okay, so yep, hers is oil, 16 by 20. Mine is 18 by 22. And I think it's the last 18 by 22 I have. I think I got rid of all my I think I painted up all my canvas. So that's this is the last one. Okay. And I got my signature on it with a slash, and then I got her initials on it. Okay, because she is the originator. And if I was to sell it, I would write it in the back that she's the originator of the painting. So, um, I think it looks really cool. Really, um, I don't think I've ever approached a painting like this, to tell you the truth, where it's half black and white and half color. Um, ever. So, um, pretty cool. Okay, guys. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed watching this. Um, this was fun to do, interesting, actually, and yeah, my mind's on to something else because I know I got to get up out this chair because I'm so comfortable here chatting with you guys. All right, it's only 3 o'clock, so more than likely, if I come on tonight, it'll be some kind of I'll probably have some kind of floral or something. That's all right, Diane. You have the right to be different. It will be an extremely boring world if everybody did the same thing. Believe me. Um, no, this is very unique. Very unique indeed. Okay. Another thing with glycerin, guys, is um, especially mixed with the paint, and since it's so slow drying, you might want to give it a couple days. All right, for it to fully dry, because it's just not acrylic paint now. You got the glycerin, which slows down the drying time of acrylic paint, and now you got a couple of layers. It gives you the opportunity to put a couple of layers on, like oils. So now you have to wait a while for it to fully dry. Okay. Well, no problem, Rosemary. I'm happy to do it, and I enjoy doing it. And like I said, I hope somebody learned a technique that can help them in their paintings and everything. I showed you guys how to do the little ridgy thing and whatnot, um, with the clouds, how to highlight with the clouds by painting them first, um, not directly straight white. Put some color in it. Then when you go to highlight, that's when you get that's when the straight white pops out. Okay, it fools your eyes because you're thinking that it's white, but it's actually light blue on top of dark blue until you put the titanium white on. Okay, so all sorts of little tips and tricks and stuff. And yes, it works with oil painting as well as acrylic. It's just with oil painting, when you put on layers, you just have to paint thin. That's all. And also it depends on the subject that you're painting too. So, okay, guys, I think that's about it. I gotta make a couple calls and see if I gotta travel. Looks like I may have to. Um, you guys take care. Um, be good. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend. And like I say, I may be back on later on tonight. Definitely looks like, unless I have something else going on, but definitely looks like. But if not, you guys got this one here to check out. And once again, enjoy your day. Be safe. Um, Diane Lewis, more than a pleasure to. If I do sell this, because I usually don't keep none of these, you'll be the first one. I mean, it is your painting. If you want to purchase this thing. So, guys, Godspeed. God bless. Take care of yourself here on the weekend. And if I come back on, I'll see you later. If not, I'll see you when I see you. Love you all. Thank you. Peace.